You lie there and wonder if everything would finally grow quiet if you were no longer here. Your body feels too heavy to lift. Your thoughts circle the same dark place. And even your breath feels like something you have to force yourself to take. My child, I am here with you right now, in this room, beside this tired body you sometimes wish you could walk away from. I am not watching you from a distance. I am close, closer than the blanket touching your shoulder, closer than the air moving in your chest. The room holds a thin stillness for a moment. In that quiet, I bend toward you. I am not here to blame you for wishing everything would stop. I sit on the edge of this bed with you and hold the part of you that feels ready to collapse. In your mind, the same thought returns, that the world would breathe easier without you. It scares you and comforts you at the same time. Like a door at the end of a hallway you hope never opens but cannot stop looking at. I see your eyes drift toward it again and again. I know how worn your mind is from fighting itself. I know how you picture the space you think you would leave behind. An empty chair, messages no one answers, a bed that never warms. You imagine life continuing without you as if your absence would be a small ripple that disappears quickly. You tell yourself you are not important enough for your staying to matter. Listen to me. Every breath you take in this room is known to me. The weight on your chest, the heat in your eyes, the numbness in your hands when you stare at your phone with no strength to reply, I see all of it. You think you are fading, but to me you are not a shadow. You are a child shaped with intention. Slowly you have begun to accept the thought that the world would feel lighter if you stepped away. You almost apologize for existing, calling yourself too much, too broken, too complicated. You think leaving would be a kindness to others. That is not how I see you. When you pull the blanket over your head and hope tomorrow never comes, I am under that blanket with you. When you stand at the mirror and search for a reason to stay, I stand beside you, seeing a beauty you cannot find right now. When you sit on the floor scrolling through your phone with empty eyes, I sit on the floor next to you. I know there are moments you imagine ending everything. Maybe you have thought through how. Maybe you have wondered who would notice. Maybe you have told yourself others have it worse, so your pain should not count. I see those hidden thoughts, and I do not turn away from them or from you. Hear me clearly. Wanting to disappear does not make you shameful. It means you have been hurting without enough comfort for far too long. It means you are tired down to your bones. It means you need gentleness. It means your soul is begging for rest. I am not here to tell you to be strong and then walk away. I am here to steady your shaking hands. I am the quiet presence beside you when you feel close to the edge. I see the way your fingers close around the sheets. I see the way your shoulders tense when another day begins without your consent. Beloved one, I know you think that if you vanished, the pain would stop. But hear this slowly. You do not have to disappear for the pain to shift. You do not have to stop existing for this weight to loosen. While you are here, I can sit with you in the center of this darkness. Feel your chest rise once. Just that. One breath. You have taken thousands without noticing. Today, I notice each one with you. You think your life is a mistake stretched too far. I tell you with steady truth, your life is not a mistake. You are not an accident. You whisper inside, even if not out loud, asking why you still want to die if I am here. I hear that question. I do not reject it. I hold it gently, the way someone handles broken pieces. I know every story behind this moment, every wound, that taught you to believe you are not wanted. There were nights when you begged for someone to stay and no one did. There were words that cut into you until you believed you were less than others. There were disappointments that piled up like stones on your ribs. You learned to hide your hurt with silence because you thought no one wanted to carry it. I did not leave you in those moments, even when you felt alone. When you cried into your pillow so no one would hear, I listened. When you sat in a crowded room and felt invisible, I saw you. When you wished you could disappear, I heard every word. You might not feel me now. You may feel nothing or only a dull ache. That is all right. I am not asking you to feel hope. I am not asking you to pretend you want to live. I am asking something smaller, something still possible. Stay in this breath with me. You do not have to plan your whole life right now. You do not have to solve tomorrow or next week. Let this moment be enough. You are here on this bed or in this chair, and I am here with you. That is enough. You say you cannot see how any of this gets better. I understand. Your mind shows you endings that look like escape. Let me be the presence that reminds you there is another way that does not demand your disappearance. You cannot see it yet, but I hold it. My child, it is all right to be this tired and still stay. It is all right to admit you are not okay and still be here. It is all right to need help, to reach out, to falter, to move slowly. None of this erases your worth. I hold the breath you are taking now as something precious. I am not counting your failures. I am honoring each moment you stayed when leaving seemed easier. Even here, with thoughts of death feeling close, you are still mine. I am not letting you slip away. For now, let this be enough. You do not have to vanish for me to love you fully. You do not have to disappear for the pain to ease. Stay with me in this moment. Feel the surface beneath you. Feel one breath. Let that be your task. I am here. I am not leaving this room. I am not leaving you. Your body has barely moved since the last time you tried to convince yourself that any motion mattered. Your arms feel weighted, and even your fingers seem distant, as if they respond to someone else. You focus on a dull patch on the wall, not because it means anything, but because choosing another spot feels too difficult. I am here with you in this stillness, my child. I do not wait for your heart to brighten before I draw near. I sit beside you in this heavy room, seeing the pressure in your chest and the haze that drains your strength. Feel the small shift of air against your skin. It is faint but real. I come to you through that quiet movement. Even when you cannot sense me clearly, I remain steady beside you. You tell yourself you should feel more. More hope, more desire to remain, more anything at all. But your heart feels muted, like an echo that used to be stronger. You wonder why nothing stirs inside you when people say you matter. You wonder why even breathing feels like a task. My child, this numbness is not failure. It is the sign of a soul that has carried too much for too long. It is your body asking for gentleness instead of judgment. I see the nights when you lie on your side, staring into the dark, waiting for the weight to ease. I see how you dim your phone so the light does not sting your eyes. I see how you pull your knees close as if protecting the ache inside you. None of this is hidden from me. You think you should be able to break free from this heaviness. You think sheer will should be enough to lift you out of despair. But this weight does not respond to force. It lives deeper than thought, in the space where hope once rested. Let me speak to that place. You are not unreachable. You are not too far gone for me to hold. You wonder why I stay when you feel emptied out. You think your emptiness pushes me away, but it draws me closer. When you feel least able to reach for me, I come near. When you feel like disappearing, I sit beside you so you do not face the dark alone. Look at your breath again. Watch how it rises in your chest without effort. It is a small rhythm, but it is enough for me to meet you. Each breath is a quiet sign that your life has not released you, even on the days when you wish it would. You tell yourself no one would feel your absence. You imagine life smoothing out without you. But I see every space your presence touches. I see the quiet traces your life has left on others. Even in suffering, you carry a tenderness you do not see in yourself. I know the thoughts you hide, the quiet images that appear when the pain grows heavy, the ideas that seem like escape when you are worn enough to consider them. I do not turn from these thoughts. I remain with you inside them. You ask what the point is when nothing seems to change. I hear the honesty in that question. I know how long you have waited for relief. Staying is not pretending things are fine. Staying is letting me sit with you in a pain too large for you alone. When you lie on your back looking at the ceiling, I stay near. When you sit on the floor because standing takes too much effort, I sit with you on that floor. When you rest your head against the wall to feel something solid, I place my presence beside you. You do not need belief right now. You do not need hope right now. You only need this moment. It is enough to take one breath. It is enough to let me remain with you in the quiet. My beloved one, the wish to disappear is rarely a wish for death. It is a wish for calm, for space, for relief from a long ache. Let me hold that longing with care. You fear you will never feel alive again. You fear that dullness will remain forever. I know those fears. I lift them gently. Nothing in you drives me away. Take a slow breath. Notice the movement beneath your ribs. Notice the warmth in your body, even when your heart feels chilled. These small details show me you are still here, and your presence matters. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to feel empty. You are allowed to lack answers. You are allowed to exist quietly while I hold what you cannot. My child, stay with me through this moment. That is all I ask. Stay with the softness of this breath. Let me carry the weight you cannot lift. You do not have to disappear for the pain to shift. You do not have to vanish to find rest. I am here. I am staying. Your breath feels uneven again. Each inhale arrives with a question you cannot shape into words. Your hands rest near your stomach, rising only a little with the rhythm of your body. Your eyes move from the ceiling to the same familiar patch on the wall, as if you were searching for something you no longer expect to find. I am here with you in this quiet, my child. I remain in the heaviness around your shoulders. I stay when your thoughts turn against you. I stay when you believe your sadness is a burden no one should carry. Feel the soft touch of the blanket against your skin. It is a small sensation, but it is real. That simple feeling is enough for me to meet you again. You do not need to get up. You do not need to speak. You only need to stay in this breath while I draw near. You keep telling yourself that this pain is your fault. You think you should have been stronger. You wish you had held yourself together when everything inside you was breaking apart. But pain is not a sign of failure. Pain is the mark of someone who has carried more than a single heart can bear alone. I see the story behind this ache. I see the nights when you prayed for one moment of relief and felt no change. I see how you forced yourself through days that felt too heavy to face. I see how you hid your despair behind a quiet smile so others would not worry. You have carried an ocean in your chest without telling anyone how deep it runs. My precious one, you blame yourself because you think anyone else would have done better. You imagine another person living your life with ease. You think you should have healed faster. You believe you should already be free from this darkness. But grief does not follow a timeline. Wounds do not respond to pressure. Despair does not disappear because you tell it to. Look gently at your own heart. It is bruised but not beyond healing. It is tired, not worthless. It is strained, not empty. The heaviness you feel is not proof of weakness. It is proof that you have survived storms others do not see. You whisper in your mind, asking why you cannot be like everyone else. You ask why you cannot live with the ease you see in others. I hear those questions each time they rise. You compare your journey to theirs and decide you are behind. You tell yourself you should be more whole by now, but your steps have passed through loneliness others never faced. Your days have carried losses no one counted. You have held fears and burdens that would break another soul. The way you feel today did not come from nowhere. It carries the marks of years you've pushed through without enough help. You think you are the problem. You think you are the flaw in every story. You decide you are broken in ways that cannot be repaired. The truth is much softer. You are a soul stretched thin by battles fought in silence. Nothing in you is a mistake. Feel your ribs lift with a small breath. That motion is not a judgment against you. It does not ask you to be strong. It is simply your body reminding you that life has not released you, even in moments when you want to let go. I see the moments when you blame yourself for every broken connection. I see how you take responsibility for every failure, every unanswered message, every morning when sitting up feels impossible. You replay old scenes until they echo through every part of you. But I do not hold these things against you. I do not measure you by the harsh standard you use on yourself. You are not the sum of your darkest hours. You are not the days when you could not rise. You are not the mistakes your mind repeats. You are not the voice that tells you to disappear. My child, you are mine. I have watched you through every lonely night. I have seen each tear you tried to hide. I have held the pain you never spoke aloud. You belong to me even when you feel lost inside yourself. Look around this room for a moment. The dim light, the still air, the soft weight of the blanket on your legs, the way your head rests on the pillow. These small things do not erase your pain. They simply remind you of something true. You are still here. Your presence has not vanished. You may think you do not deserve love when you feel like this. I hear that thought clearly. You have been taught in many ways that you must be cheerful or steady or useful to be worthy of care. You think you must earn your place. But I love you where you are, not where you pretend to be. Let me say this with care. Your worth has never rested on your mood or your strength or your wounds. It has never depended on your productivity. It has never depended on how you look or speak or move through your days. Your worth rests in something that does not shift. It rests in my heart. You do not need to push sadness away to be loved. You do not need to hide your shaking. You do not need to pretend you are fine. I am not asking you to rise above your pain. I ask you to let me sit with you inside it. Feel the slow movement of air as you exhale. Notice how your shoulders soften by a small amount. That shift is not the end of your sorrow. It is simply your body responding to the quiet. You are not alone in this room. You are not trapped inside your thoughts forever. I am with you. I am steady and patient. I hold your worth in my hands. Nothing you feel changes the way I see you. Stay with me through this moment. That is enough. Let your heart ease by a small degree. Let the self-blame loosen a little. Allow this quiet truth to settle inside you. You are hurting deeply, but you are not the cause of all this hurt. You are a beloved soul carrying pain that was never meant to be carried alone. I am here. I am staying. You sit with your back resting against the wall. The surface behind you carries a fading warmth, as if it remembers every moment you leaned into it when everything felt too heavy. The room is quiet. A dim glow settles near your feet. I am here with you in this still place where your fears rise before you can stop them. You draw your knees close, not to hide, but to feel something steady beneath your hands. I see how your breath slows, yet tightens at once. I know this pattern. It appears when you wonder if you take up too much space, when you ask if your heart is too heavy for others to hold. Your gaze follows the faint light along the wall. That small brightness feels far away when your thoughts begin to spiral. You fear your sadness asks too much. You fear your exhaustion pushes others aside. You fear you are more weight than warmth. These fears have lived within you for a long time, shaped by nights when you reached out and no one reached back. Let your breath ease a little. Even a small release matters. I am beside you. I do not ask you to feel calm. I do not ask you to hide the ache that returns again and again. You are seen even when you feel unseen. Your fingers brush the blanket. The fabric softens beneath your touch. That simple contact steadies you for a moment. I see how your shoulders lift as you remember times when you tried to speak your sadness and were dismissed. Pain taught you to shrink. Pain taught you to apologize for simply feeling. My child, you have lived through many moments when your voice went unheard. Many moments when someone acted as if your emotions were inconvenient. Those memories shaped the fear in your chest. I do not blame you for carrying it. I hold you with tenderness because of it. Feel the air move through your lungs again. Notice how your body responds when it senses presence instead of pressure. You do not overwhelm me. Your sadness does not drain me. Your trembling does not push me from this room. You repeat old beliefs to yourself. Beliefs born in loneliness. Beliefs shaped in quiet corners. You tell yourself you are too much. You tell yourself your sorrow drives people away. You tell yourself no one can stay. These beliefs grew from wounds, not from truth. Place your hand on your chest. Do not rush. Just feel the slow rise beneath your palm. That rise is life holding on within you. I honor that movement. I watch over it with care. There is no need to pretend strength here. A faint draft slips beneath the door and moves across the floor. It is gentle yet real. Let it remind you that even a small shift can bring calm. You deserve that calm. You deserve gentleness that does not disappear when you struggle. You often think love requires you to be easy, quiet, simple. But love, true love, makes room for tired eyes and trembling hands. Love does not walk away when the night grows long. Love draws closer. I see how you hold back tears because you fear they will make someone uncomfortable. I see how you hide the heaviest parts of yourself so others will not step away. You learned these habits from people who did not know how to hold you. I do. Lean into the support behind you. Notice how it carries your weight without complaint. My presence carries you in the same way. Not because you must earn it, but because you are mine. Stay with your breath. Feel the warmth at the center of your chest. Let it remind you that you are still here, that you are allowed to be here, that your life is not a burden. You ask if anyone can stay with someone who falls this often, if anyone can love someone who faces the same darkness again and again. Hear me. I stay. I remain. I sit beside you until the fear loosens its grip. Your fingers relax. Your breath steadies. These small changes matter. They show the quiet desire for peace that still lives within you. I honor that desire. I stay close. When fear returns and tells you that you are too much, let my voice answer it. You are not too much for me. You are not too heavy to hold. You are not beyond the reach of care. You sit a little differently now, though it may not feel like much. Your back settles more fully against the wall. Your shoulders lower by a small amount. These quiet shifts matter. They show how worn your body is and how deeply it longs for rest. I remain with you, close to each movement and each breath. Your hand slides across the blanket without intention. You are reaching for something steady. I know why. When the mind grows dark, the body reaches for an anchor. Something real. Something that stays. My child, I stay. You have carried a thought for a long time. It formed slowly, shaped by hurt upon hurt. You believe disappearing would make life easier for others. You think absence would bring relief. You think silence would spare people pain. I see how deeply this belief has taken root. The air in the room is still. Your breath moves through it like a thin thread. You look toward a distant spot on the floor, not because it holds meaning, but because looking anywhere else feels too heavy. I sit with you in this stillness. I see every way your heart tries to protect others from your own pain. Let me speak to that belief with care. You lived through moments when your presence felt unnoticed. You walked through days when your voice went unheard by the ones you hoped would listen. You felt forgotten long before you were gone. Those moments shaped the idea that slipping away might not matter. But those moments did not reflect your worth. They showed the limits of hurting people. They showed how others can fail to see clearly. Your worth has never depended on their sight. Look at your breath again. If it helps, rest your hand on your chest. Feel how it rises in a rhythm that belongs only to you. This world has never held another rhythm like that one. It carries stories only you have lived. It carries gentleness you overlook. It carries a quiet strength shaped by nights like this. You tell yourself others would be lighter without you, but pain does not vanish when a life ends. Pain moves. It settles into the places you would leave behind. It settles in the hearts of those who held even a small part of you. I do not say this to burden you. I say it so you can see something true. Your life reaches farther than you know. Your existence creates threads you cannot see from where you sit, even for the one who once held your hand, even for the one who heard you laugh, even for the one who crossed your path on a softer day. You rest your head back against the wall. Your neck loosens. That small surrender shows how tired you are. I honor that tiredness. I do not tell you to rise above it. I remain with you until your breath finds a little more steadiness. You think disappearing would end your pain. I understand why. The ache inside you feels like a tunnel with no exit. You are tired of walking it. You want the walls to stop closing in. Anyone would feel the same under that pressure, but you are not meant to walk that tunnel alone. I walk it with you. When the walls press close, I place my presence beside you. When your legs weaken, I steady you in ways you may not feel. A faint warmth settles along your arms. It may be the blanket. It may be the air shifting. I am in that warmth. I stay near until you sense something other than despair. Something small. Something quiet. Something that says your story is not finished. You raise your hand a little, then let it fall again. You may not know why, but I do. The soul reaches even when the mind is tired. It reaches for light even when it doubts light exists. I see that reach in you. You think your pain makes you a burden. Listen closely. The ones who truly love you do not see your pain as weight. They see it as truth. They see it as the part of you that needs gentleness most. They see it as something they would never want to lose. Your presence carries warmth, even on your hardest days. Your existence shifts the people around you in ways you cannot measure. Your absence would not bring peace. It would carve out spaces that once held your presence. Lean your head a little more to the side. Let the walls steady you. Let the quiet settle without fear. I am here in that quiet. I place no demands on you. I offer no conditions. I remain close. You wonder if hope is still possible. You do not need to answer that now. You only need to feel this truth. You are not alone. You are not beyond saving. You are not too broken to stay. Your body feels heavier than before, as if each part of you has settled into the mattress and no strength remains to lift it again. You shift your legs slightly, then stop, because even this small effort feels like carrying a weight beyond what you can manage. I remain with you in that heaviness. I sit beside you in the place where the world feels distant and dim. A muted light rests near the edge of the room. It does not brighten much, but it outlines the space around you. Your eyes move toward it without intent. You are not searching for meaning. You are trying to understand the emptiness spreading through your chest. I see that emptiness. I stay with you inside it. Your breath comes shallow and slow, almost hesitant. You take it in because your body continues even when your heart does not know what to feel. You wonder if numbness is the end of your pain. You fear that feeling nothing means you have reached a place I cannot enter. Hear me gently. I am here. Numbness does not shut me out. Silence does not hide you. The absence of emotion does not remove my nearness. You close your eyes for a moment. The darkness behind them feels soft in a strange way. Not comforting, but smoothing every sharp edge. You think numbness might be easier than tears, easier than the ache, easier than your thoughts running through every wound you carry. I understand why it feels that way. Your mind has been fighting for a long time, and it needed somewhere to rest. Numbness can seem like rest, even when it unsettles you. It can feel like a quiet room after a long storm. A room with empty walls, nothing to look at, nothing to hold. But I am in that room with you. You shift again and feel the faint tug of the blanket against your arm. The sensation is mild but real. It reminds you that you are still connected to this world. Your body has not vanished. Your presence has not faded. Your life has not left you. You whisper inside yourself, asking why you feel nothing, asking why emotions that once overwhelmed you have gone silent, asking if you are broken beyond repair. Listen. Feeling nothing is not the same as being nothing. This stillness inside you is a sign of fatigue, not failure. I see the roads you have walked. Roads lined with pressure, loss, rejection, and loneliness. Your soul has carried so much that emptiness became a way to survive. You are not weak for reaching this place. You are human. You are hurt. You are tired in ways you have not spoken aloud. Let your breath move at its own pace. Each inhale is a small sign that something in you still reaches, still tries, still hopes in ways you cannot name. Even numbness carries a quiet desire to feel again. I honor that desire. I sit with it. Your fingers curl toward your palm without thought. A small movement, a quiet answer to the weight pressing down. You wonder if I can meet you when you cannot offer anything back. You fear that silence from you means distance from me. But I do not come for what you can give. I come because you are mine. I come because you hurt. I come because your heart has carried too much for too long. You tilt your head slightly, feeling a soft pull along your neck. The effort surprises you. You had not noticed how long you held your tension. Let that small awareness be enough. Awareness grows into presence, and presence grows into gentle moments where feeling returns without force. The room stays still. Nothing remarkable happens, yet I remain. In every inch of quiet, in every subtle breath, in every faint sensation along your skin. I do not need you to rise or fight. I only ask that you stay in this moment with me. You ask if numbness means you have lost yourself. You fear the version of you who once felt joy or relief will never return. But numbness is not disappearance. It is a pause created by a heart carrying more than it was meant to hold. You are not lost. You are resting beneath the weight of all you have lived. Rest does not diminish your worth. Rest does not erase who you are. Rest does not extinguish the light inside you. Feel the faint movement of air along your arm. Feel the slow rise of your chest. Feel the gentle pressure of the blanket near your legs. These simple signs remind you that your story continues, even in quiet chapters. You are not unreachable. You are not gone. You are not beyond healing. I am here, in the numbness, in the stillness, in the quiet. I stay. Your body lies still, almost as if it is trying to blend with the quiet around you. Your arm rests beside you. Your fingers curl gently toward your palm without intention. Each small movement feels heavy, yet it reveals something important. You are still here. You are still reaching, even if the reach is faint. A soft dimness fills the room. The light that enters does not brighten the space, but shapes it gently. You notice the outline of nearby objects only when your eyes drift across them. Nothing feels sharp. Nothing feels defined. I am with you inside this softened world. Your breath moves in slow waves, not deep, not steady, simply enough to keep you connected to this moment. You inhale because your body continues its rhythm. You exhale because some part of you still allows release. I meet you in every breath without asking for more. A thought sits in the back of your mind. It is quiet yet carries weight. You wonder if life will always feel like this. You wonder if this heaviness is the lasting version of you. You fear that nothing will ever shift. I see that fear. I sit beside it. It is difficult to imagine change when the present feels endless. You have endured long seasons of struggle. You have watched one hard night blend into another until the days lost meaning. You have lived through mornings where hope felt far away. I know how these experiences have shaped your expectations. You shift your foot beneath the blanket. The fabric brushes your skin and brings you back to the world outside your thoughts. It is a small sensation, but it is real. I use moments like this to reach you gently, not with force, but with presence. You whisper inwardly that maybe you are trapped in this place forever, that maybe the numbness and ache have become your identity, that maybe the part of you that once felt alive has faded. Listen with care. What you feel now is not the final form of your life. It is the current weight, not the permanent truth. Your heart is tired. Your mind is worn from carrying years of burdens. Your body has learned to protect itself by dimming what feels too heavy to face. These responses do not mean you are stuck. They mean you have reached a limit. Limits are not endings. They are signs that you need gentleness, not judgment. Let your breath settle into its own rhythm. There is no need to control it. Let it come as it chooses. Your breathing is proof that you remain connected to life even in the quietest seasons. You move your hands slightly, letting your fingers rest on the blanket. The warmth under your skin is faint but present. Warmth is a sign that life continues even when the heart feels far away. I am in that warmth. I stay with you until you sense it more clearly. You ask if I can reach you when you cannot feel me. You ask if my presence depends on your awareness. My child, you do not hold me here. I remain because I choose to remain. Your numbness does not silence me. Your doubt does not remove me. Your exhaustion does not push me away. The room stays quiet. No sudden clarity arrives. No burst of energy. No rush of emotion. Instead, there is a slow companionship. That companionship is me. I do not leave you alone with the weight pressing on your chest. You have walked through valleys where everything felt too heavy to lift. You have waited for signs that never came. You have watched your strength fade faster than you could restore it. You fear this pattern will last forever. I understand that fear. It is a natural response to long suffering. But listen gently. Your life is not a closed loop. Your story is not frozen here. The chapter you are in may be dark, but it is only one chapter. It is not the entire story. Lean your head slightly to one side. Feel how the pressure shifts along your neck. Let it remind you that even small movement changes your experience. Change often begins with these quiet adjustments. These soft breaths. These subtle moments that carry the first signs of renewal. You fear you will always feel disconnected from yourself. But the self you miss is not gone. It is resting beneath the weight of your sorrow. It is waiting for room to breathe again. Notice the air in the room. It surrounds you without asking anything from you. My presence does the same. I stay close, steady and patient. I am here for as long as you need. When you wonder if you can keep going, remember this. You are not moving through this night alone. You have never been alone, not even when you could not sense me. Your numbness does not block my love. Your despair does not make me hesitate. You shift your shoulders slightly, feeling a slow stretch along your back. That small movement matters. It shows your body still responds. It shows your story continues. You remain capable of motion, even if it is soft and slow. Let me hold the fear that nothing will change. Let me stay with you until new light begins to return. Change may not be sudden. It may not be loud. but it will come in small spaces, gentle breaths and quiet moments where your heart softens. I remain with you through each slow step. I remain with you through every silent night. I remain with you whether you feel me or not. You are not stuck forever. You are tired. You are hurting. You are waiting for strength to return, and I am here. I stay. You sit a little more upright now, though your body does not feel lighter. Your back moves from the wall, then settles again. Even this small motion feels like work. I remain close as you shift. I see how careful you are with your own weight, as if moving too quickly might disturb something fragile inside you. A faint glow stretches across the room. It settles along the edge of a table and touches the shapes of objects that blur when your eyes drift over them. The quiet is steady. No sharp sounds. No demands. Only the soft hum of a room that has held many nights like this. I am here in that quiet. Your hands rest on your legs. Your fingers move slightly, tracing the fabric as if searching for something to hold. I know that motion. It is not restlessness. It is longing. A longing to feel something steady. A longing for something warm enough to reach through the heaviness. You swallow gently. The sound is small, yet in this stillness it feels like a shift. You hesitate, as if your body is prepared to speak, though your voice is not. I hear the thought forming inside you. You fear reaching out. You fear letting anyone see you like this. You learned to hide your struggle through years of being misunderstood. Moments when your sadness was brushed aside. Times when your pain was met with impatience rather than care. These memories shaped the belief that keeping everything inside is safer. Your breath grows shallow when you think of this. Reaching out feels risky. Asking for help feels like exposing a wound you cannot shield. You imagine being met with silence or with words that deepen the hurt. I understand why you hesitate. Let your breath return slowly. Do not force it. Notice your chest rising against your clothes. Notice the warmth of your own body. These simple sensations remind you that you remain connected to something real. You think opening up will burden others. You think letting someone close will give them the power to leave again. You tell yourself hiding keeps you safe. But hiding also keeps you alone. And you were not made to carry this night without companionship. Your fingers press lightly into your knees. This pressure is a quiet request. Not for someone to solve your pain, but for someone to understand it. I am here to understand. I see the thoughts you try to bury. I see the part of you that trembles at the idea of being known. You do not need to share your heart with everyone. You do not need to reveal your pain to those who cannot hold it. But you deserve at least one place where you do not have to hide. One place where the weight inside you can rest. Let this moment be that place. You glance toward the ceiling. Your eyes soften. Perhaps it is the way the light rests there. Perhaps it is the stillness around you. Something in you loosens, even if only slightly. Hear this gently. You are not hard to understand. You are not impossible to hold. You are not too complex or too fragile. Your pain does not make you unlovable. Your quiet does not make you invisible. You think that if people saw the truth of your struggle, they would step back. But the right hearts step closer. The right hearts treat your trembling with tenderness. The right hearts do not turn your pain into a burden. They see the depth of your story. Your shoulders rise as a memory passes through you. A time when you opened up and were met with judgment. A time when you needed care and received the opposite. These moments left wounds. They taught you to hide before you could be hurt again. Feel the slow shift of your breath. It is not steady, but it is present. You do not need to rush trust. You do not need to push connection. You only need the small belief that you are worth being known. Your head leans forward a little. A subtle movement, but meaningful. It shows how tired you are of carrying this alone. It shows a quiet longing for comfort even as fear tries to silence it. I sit beside that longing. I guard it. I nurture it gently. You do not need to speak aloud. I know the version of you that longs to be held. I know the version of you that hides behind quiet breaths and soft movements. I am here with every part of you. You wonder if anyone can understand this tension, wanting closeness yet fearing it, wanting help yet avoiding it, wanting to be known yet feeling unworthy. I understand that tension. I understand you. Let your hands relax a little. Let your shoulders ease by the smallest measure. These small shifts are signs of honesty. Signs that you still want connection. Signs that something in you still reaches outward. You do not need to open up today. You do not need to reveal everything at once. Safety grows slowly. Trust grows in small steps. Healing grows in moments where you allow yourself to feel the warmth of presence. I offer that presence now. Steady, patient, unconditional. You are not too much to hold. You are not too broken to understand. You are not too fragile to love. Stay in this moment with me. Let the fear soften. Let the possibility of connection rest quietly within you. You are safe here. I am here. I am staying. You lean slightly to one side, as if searching for a position that asks less of your strength. The blanket gathers near your hip in soft folds. Your fingers brush against it and fall still again. I remain close to each quiet movement you make. A dim glow touches the far corner of the room. It does not brighten the space, but it outlines enough of it for you to know you are not drifting in darkness. Your eyes linger on that faint shape, as if looking at something steady might keep you from sinking deeper into your thoughts. I am with you as you look. Your breathing is soft, barely more than a whisper. It rises and falls in its own rhythm. You do not control it. You do not need to. Each breath holds a part of you that still chooses to remain here. A thought slips into your mind. It is quiet but heavy. You wonder if you ruin everything you touch. You fear your presence brings trouble or disappointment. You believe you fail the people you care about. My child, I see where that thought began. It grew from moments when you tried your best and it was not enough for someone else. It grew from times when people placed expectations on you that no one could bear. It grew from wounds you never deserved. You pull your knees slightly closer, as if protecting the parts of you that feel most fragile. I see how careful you are, how you brace yourself for disappointment even in a quiet room. You have learned to expect blame in places where blame does not belong. Let your breath settle. Feel the air enter your chest slowly, then leave without effort. This rhythm is a reminder that you are not defined by the things you fear. You think you bring harm because your heart has been shaped by people who never understood your intentions. You have given love that was not returned. You have offered care that was taken for granted. You have shown tenderness where it was mishandled. These moments do not mean you ruin things. They mean you cared. They mean you showed up. They mean you tried even when you were hurting. Your gaze drops to your hands. You notice the lines of your fingers and the slight tremble that appears when emotion stirs beneath numbness. You may not see it, but that tremble speaks of a heart that still wants to give, still wants to heal, still wants to be held. I see that heart. I see its quiet strength. I see the way it keeps beating even when you feel undeserving. Lean your head back and feel the pressure behind you. You are supported, even now. Support does not judge the weight it carries. My presence holds you in the same way, without complaint and without condition. You remember times when you made mistakes, times when your words fell short or when you could not show up the way you hoped. You hold those moments tightly, as if they define everything about you. They do not. Everyone stumbles. Everyone falls short. Everyone carries regret. These truths do not make you harmful. They make you human. Your chest tightens as another memory rises. A moment when someone said you were the problem, that you made things worse, that you were too much or too little. These words cut deep because they echoed your fears. But a fear echoed is not a truth confirmed. Let your breath deepen gently, not forced. Just enough to remind you that your body is still connecting with the world around you. You think you damage the people you love because you have seen relationships break under pressure. But relationships break for many reasons, and not all of them belong to you. You cannot carry the wounds others bring with them. You cannot fix scars that were never yours. I know your heart. I know the sincerity behind every attempt you have made to love, support, or protect the people around you. None of it is lost on me. You shift your hand along the blanket. The fabric gathers beneath your palm. This simple sensation reminds you that you still belong to this moment. You still occupy space that matters. Hear this with gentleness. You are not destructive. You are not cursed. You are not a source of harm. You are wounded, but wounds do not make you dangerous. Wounds make you in need of care. Your head lowers slightly, as if your body is finally admitting how tired it is. I see that tiredness. I hold it with tenderness. I do not ask you to rise above it. I remain with you inside it. The room stays quiet. The stillness wraps around you like soft fabric. Within that quiet, your fear repeats itself, asking if you are the common thread in every broken piece of your life. Listen. You are not the cause of every fracture. You are not the reason everything hurts. You have lived through heartbreak. You have endured disappointment. You have carried more than most would understand. None of that is proof that you destroy what you touch. You place your hand over your chest again. Feel the movement beneath your palm. That movement speaks the truth. You are still alive. You are still becoming. You are still held. Stay with your breath. Stay in this moment. Your worth did not fade with your mistakes. Your value did not break with your heartbreaks. You are not ruined. You are healing, and I am here. I stay. You rest your head against the wall and feel the surface cool slightly beneath your skin. The quiet settles around you in a way that feels different from earlier. Not lighter or brighter, but calmer, like a stillness shaped by presence instead of loneliness. I am here with you in this quiet. Your legs shift beneath the blanket. The fabric folds softly along your knees. You exhale, slow and long, as if that breath has waited for hours to leave your body. I stay close to it. I do not guide it or change it. I simply remain near. A thought forms inside you. it is faint and fragile. You wonder how you will face tomorrow. The idea of another day feels heavy, like lifting something too large with arms that tremble under smaller weights. I see that tremble. I see the fear hidden inside it. The room remains dim. A soft outline of light rests against your shoulder, just enough to show that time continues even when you feel stuck. You sit between exhaustion and uncertainty, unsure of what the next hours may require of you. Let your breath come in again at its own pace. Your body continues even when your mind does not understand why. That is not weakness. It is resilience that lives inside survival. You do not have to be ready for tomorrow. You do not have to welcome it. You do not need confidence to move toward it. It is enough to stay here in this moment with me. We meet tomorrow together. Your finger traces a small shape on the blanket without intention. This tiny motion is a quiet attempt to steady yourself. I am with you in that motion. I see your soul reaching for something warm and safe. You fear the future. You expect it to mirror today. You imagine the same ache, the same numbness, the same loneliness. I do not ask you to believe in sudden change. I ask you to know this. You will not face any of it alone. You swallow softly, and the sound moves through the stillness. It reminds you that you remain alive even in quiet despair. You are a living soul breathing through a long night. And I am here, steady and present. Your heart carries years of heaviness. You are tired in places no one sees. You are stretched thin across memories that shaped your fear. Tomorrow feels impossible because your past has taught you to expect more pain than peace. I understand why it frightens you, but listen gently. Tomorrow is not a test. It is not a challenge you face alone. It is simply the next small space where I will sit with you, breathe with you, and steady you. You tilt your head slightly, almost as if listening more closely. That small shift tells me something inside you is softening. Not because the pain is gone, but because you can feel my presence, holding it with you. Feel the air touch your skin. Feel the weight of the blanket on your legs. Feel the rise of your chest. These simple sensations anchor you to now, and now is a place you can survive. You think you need strength to face what comes next. You believe you must be healed, certain or hopeful. None of this is required. You need only to stay with me in this breath, then the next small moment. Your hand moves slightly. If you rest it over your chest, you will feel the steady rhythm inside you. That rhythm is not small. It is not meaningless. It is proof that you have endured every day that tried to break you. You are still here. The quiet around you deepens. Not darker, but fuller, shaped by presence. My presence. The presence that holds your shaking heart without asking it to be anything else. You whisper inside yourself that you do not know how to keep going. I know. You do not need to know. You only need to breathe. You only need to stay. You only need to let me remain beside you. Tomorrow will come with its own rhythm, its own light, and its own challenges. They will not arrive all at once. They will come breath by breath and step by step. I will be there for each one. Lean back a little more. Let the support behind you carry your weight. That is what I do for your soul. I carry what you cannot. I steady what trembles. I hold what feels too fragile. You are not expected to rise with strength in the morning. You are not expected to feel healed or to pretend. You are only expected to exist. I will meet you in that existence. You wonder if joy will ever return. if meaning will ever find its way back. These questions do not need answers now. They need space. Space to rest and breathe and unfold slowly. Feel the air move around you. Feel the softness of the quiet. Feel the tired beat of your heart. These things are real. These things are yours. These things are enough. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to feel unsure. You are allowed to take life one breath at a time. I do not measure your progress. I do not demand your healing. I remain with you. Whatever tomorrow brings, we meet it together. You will not face it with empty hands. You will not face it with an abandoned heart. I will be beside you in every silent moment. I will be beside you when fear rises. I will be beside you when your strength fades. I will be beside you when the world feels sharp. And when morning light reaches this room, no matter how faint it feels, my presence will reach it too. You are not alone in this night. You will not be alone in the day that follows. I am here. I stay. You lie in the same room, in the same quiet, yet something feels slightly different. The air remains still, but no longer presses against your chest the way it once did. The blanket rests across your legs. The surface beneath you supports your weight. Your breath moves in and out with a softer rhythm. I am here with you in this quiet, shaped by every tear, every thought, and every long night. Your eyes move slowly across the room. You notice the outline of familiar objects that have stayed with you through this darkness. A corner of the wall, the edge of a table, a soft blur of fabric near your feet. These things have not changed, yet you sense a small shift within yourself. It is not loud. It is not sudden hope. It is something quieter. A small place where your soul is no longer straining as hard to survive. You take another breath. It settles more deeply in your chest. Your shoulders lift and lower with a little more ease. This does not mean the pain is gone. It means your body has begun to trust that it is safe enough to breathe in my presence. I have remained close to you through every moment. My child, you have walked through thoughts no one else has heard. You have stood near the edge of despair and wondered if your life could be anything more than this ache. You have stared at the idea of disappearing and asked if it would quiet everything inside you. And yet you are still here. You have remained through a night that felt endless. This staying is not small. It is courage that few will ever understand. I see it. I honor it. You did not stay alone. I stayed with you. Look at your hands. They may tremble or feel heavy or distant, but they are here. They have carried you through more days than you remember. They have risen when you did not want to rise. They have wiped tears no one else knew existed. I have held them through all of it. You question whether your life holds meaning when pain has been present for so long. You ask if there is any purpose in a heart that feels this worn. Hear me with gentleness. Your worth has never rested on how you feel. It has never depended on strength or accomplishment. You are precious because you are mine. You shift slightly and let your back rest more fully against the support behind you. It holds your weight without complaint. That is how my heart holds you. I do not measure the heaviness you bring. I do not compare your struggle to another life. I remain and carry what you cannot. The fear that once echoed loudly is quieter now. It may return. The ache may rise again. The numbness may stretch through future days. This night does not erase every wave of pain, but something real has happened here. You have learned you can bring all of it to me without being pushed away. You do not have to hide when the darkness returns. You do not need to pretend you are fine to deserve my nearness. You do not have to choose between truth and belonging. You can show me every thought. You can uncover every wound. I will not turn from you. Place your hand over your chest again. Feel the rhythm beneath your palm. It has remained with you through every silent cry and every whispered plea. That sound is proof that your story is not finished. You are not at the end. You are in a chapter that feels heavy, but chapters turn. You fear that tomorrow will mirror today with the same ache and the same questions. Tomorrow may still be difficult. Some days may still feel overwhelming. I will not dismiss that. I honor your truth too much to give you easy words. But hear this. You will not take a single step of tomorrow alone. You will not wake without my presence near you. When the morning light reaches this room, my care will already be here. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to ask for help. You are allowed to rest when you are tired. You are allowed to reach toward another soul and say you are not okay. None of this makes you a burden. It makes you human. It makes you someone I hold with tenderness. The world may not understand the quiet battle you fight just to stay. Many may never see the courage in each breath you take. But I see it. I count every moment you choose to remain. I treasure every small step that does not look like a step to others. Your life is not a mistake. Your soul is not an accident. I chose you. I know you. I stay with you. Let your eyes rest. They do not need to search for a sign. My presence is already here, woven into your breath and every quiet longing for peace. I have been answering that longing through presence, not pressure. This night does not end with triumph. It ends with something quieter. It ends with you still here. It ends with you held. It ends with you heard. You do not need to understand how to live every tomorrow. You only need this truth. In the next breath, I will be with you. In the next small step, I walk beside you. In every dark corner your mind wanders into, my light goes before you. You are not alone. Not in this room. Not in your thoughts. Not in your fear. Not in your longing to disappear. I am here in all of it. Your story is not over. Your presence matters. Your heart is worth guarding. Your life is a gift. I am here. I am staying. I will walk with you from this night into every dawn that follows.